Hey, what's up everybody, SNipEz, and welcome to Season 1, House Number 1. So, if you're new to my videos, this is a series where we build houses, and why are these here? And there are going to be 10 houses in this series. And then there'll be some off time between this season and the second season, so I can come up with new ideas and whatnot. But if you're also not new to my channel and you've seen some of my other tutorials, those do not count as any of the series from now on. Every house you see will now be part of a series. So this is kind of like a change of things to kind of keep things in shape and how they're supposed to be. So today we're going to be building a ranch house. So this ranch house is actually going to be really simple, and here are the materials that we will need. We will need stone, gray wool, pillar quartz blocks, quartz slab, another brick fence, cyan wool, glass. We will also need glass panes. Let's see. We will also need cobblestone, stairs, and slabs. And I think I got everything. Oh, also a block of snow and regular snow. Okay, so we're going to start off with the garage area. So we're going to take out some snow and some regular snow. And you want to kind of make this not like right next to your road, but maybe around 5 blocks back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go 6, 7. 6, 7. Okay. So I'm going to start my garage here. We're going to take our snow and we're going to lay it on 5 in a row. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to stack this up. Let's go 2 tall. Then you're going to put 1 block up. So you should have a 1 block gap in between your second and third block. And then add 1 more on top of this. And so you should kind of look like a design like this. Now it looks kind of weird now, but here's what you're going to do. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we don't need this one here. We're just going to put a piece of glass here on this top one. How about that? But now what we're going to do, you're going to take your regular snow, the one you can stack, and you're just going to place it on this bottom block until you get around one, like, it kind of looks like this when we're all done. And what we can even do is kind of finish off the corners like this, but then you have a nice small window just like that. So what we're going to do now, you're going to take your stone, and you're going to put stone on each corner right in front of the snow. Then take your gray wool and put it on top of the stone you just placed. And now take out your pillar quartz blocks and stack up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Do the same thing on both sides, just like that. Now what we're going to do, take your quartz blocks and come across and connect them. Now these ones should be sideways as they look like this. Now take your quartz slab, and your quartz slab is going to go on the top part of this last snow block. Just have it come all the way across. And if you really wanted to, you could even put it on top of the glass, or like on the bottom part of the glass here. It's really up to you on how you want to do that. Okay, now what we're going to do, you're going to take out your stone again, and your stone is going to come diagonal out 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're going to turn this. I mean, we can kind of put our gray wool here, and the gray wool is kind of going to, you're going to see this throughout the house really, because it's going to be part of the design. Okay. So what we're going to do now, take your quartz blocks, and we want these to be sideways. So the best way to do this would maybe even just be take your stone and kind of just make a wall right next to the garage. And we want 2 sideways pillar quartz blocks like this. And on the third one, you want a solid one. So it should look along these lines here. Okay, so what you want to do now, so we have our garage, and now we have this here, this corner piece. We're going to turn this with our stone on the bottom. And we're going to go 1 more. We're going to have a 5 block gap. Actually, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 7th block. Because what we should do is we're going to put glass right behind it. And then what we're going to do, your other brick fence is going to go 1 block away and 1 block away. And maybe we can even shorten this up by 1 block. So yeah, 5 should work perfectly. So I was right the first time. Okay, and then we're just going to extend out the stone pretty far. We're not going to count out exactly right now because we're refining that later on, but just for now it's fine. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so next, take your gray wool, and your gray wool is going to go all the way across this window on the bottom. And my swiftness ran out. We are done with the snow and the regular snow for now. So I'm going to take some more swiftness. And now take your pillar quartz blocks And you're going to take your pillar cords and have it be sideways, coming all the way out to about 2 blocks away from this window. So we have 2 blocks on this side, 2 blocks on this side of gray so far. But when you get to this last piece of gray, you're going to stack up with your pillar quartz blocks again, kind of like what we did over there. Okay, so you can kind of see some of our house taking shape now. It's coming together a little bit. So now you're going to take out your cyan wool and place 1 here and stack it up 3. 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3. And then here's how the windows are going to work with this house. The windows are not going to be with the glass panes and everything. The windows themselves will be 1 block back, and you'll see why. So we're going to come back, and we can kind of just use a temporary block for now. I'm just going to use quartz, and we're going to do, take this regular glass blocks and stack it up 3 tall. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now kind of the same thing that we did down here with another brick fence. You're going to do the same thing up here. So voila. And what this kind of does, this kind of adds a little bit more design. And another really cool thing that you can do that I learned recently, this works even better on PC because you guys have stained glass, but you can even do something like this if you don't want to use the fences. And this kind of does the same thing, but just with a little bit different look. And I actually kind of like that a lot. So we're going to stick with this instead. So, ta-da! And what this kind of does, it kind of acts as separators, but you can still kind of see through them. And they kind of, it's kind of like an optical illusion a little bit. Okay, so we're done with that. And I know it seems like we're having a lot of steps, guys, and we're using a lot of blocks. I know it does, but hopefully you guys can just make it through it. And we're going to stack up these pillar quartz blocks on the sides 1 more, and then come all the way across. Well, actually not all the way across, but you want sideways quartz blocks on these 2 here. And then we're going to do, this is one material I did forget, guys. You will need quartz stairs. You're going to put upside down quartz stairs going all the way across your window now. And voila. So you can kind of see a first window design here. So we're getting really close to being done with the front, and we're moving by pretty quick. If you ever need to just stop and pause the video, go right ahead and kind of keep up with where we are. Okay, so now take your gray wool, and the gray wool, you're going to stack it up to the same height as this block here. And the gray wool, we're going to send it out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we get to this 4th block, you can stack this one up as well. And we're going to have another window here. Now this window will kind of be a 3 by 3. So, again, all the windows for the most part will be 1 block back. And if you want to continue with this, like the same scheme of the house, we can use gray wool for this window. Just like this. And also the gray wool will come all the way over and across. And just like that. Now take your glass pane out and add it to this middle block coming all the way down. And voila, it kind of acts as another separator a little bit. Alright, so we're almost done with the front to an extent. Now 1 block back from this last piece of gray wool, we're going to come with our stone, and we're just going to kind of put it on the ground floor. And then take your quartz blocks and stack up 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on this 3rd block, not 2nd block, you're going to add a sideways block. And then you're going to take your quartz stairs and add upside down stairs on this 4th block here and have that be 2 wide. And now this is going to be our front door to the house. Now, once we, so we should have our front door here. We're going to take our gray wool back out, and on this 3rd block, so right next to where the door will be, you can even just add it here if you want. We're going to stack this up, same height as all the other windows and everything, just like this. And the gray wool here can even just come across and connect. And so we're looking pretty good so far. I'm liking this house. It's really simple. I know it sounds like a lot of steps, guys, and hopefully I'm describing them very well to you. And so we're going to have another window here. Now this window, we will actually be using glass panes. And this one is only going to be a 1 wide window. And you can stack it all the way up. So voila. And how come something seems different here? Oh yeah, we made this 4 tall. This window needs to be 3. So the gray wool should actually be even with this last block here on the cyan. That's where I messed up. Okay. And just do the same thing with all these windows. Just knock them down by 1. And there we go. That looks a little bit better now. Now with this window, you're going to add glass panes to it. And voila, now you have that. Okay, so this window, you know in houses how windows come out from the house? That's kind of what this next window is going to be. So we're going to come diagonal, and what we're going to do is you're going to just take your pillar quartz blocks, and we want these to be sideways. So the best way to make these kind of like act sideways is, this is kind of a temporary block for now. And what we're going to do is just have them come all the way down, and if you notice, I stopped on the second block up. Reason for that is we want to still have our gray wool come all the way across, just like this, okay? But now we're gonna have 2 wide corners here, so 1, 2. Take your, let's see, actually, do we want to do that? We're gonna take out our quartz slabs, and the quartz slab will come right underneath all of this, and we're just gonna extend it out pretty far for now. Again, we're gonna kind of refine it later on, okay? And then we want sideways logs all the way across. But once you get to this third block, we want this one to be sideways, but then the next one to be facing up and down. And then we want to go back to sideways. So 1, 2, 3. Now you might be asking yourself, well, why are we having these two facing up and down? Reason for that is because this window here will be 3 wide. So actually, do we want, let's make this one 3. And then we need 2 more like this. And okay, there we go. Okay, you're gonna take your cyan wool, and the cyan wool is gonna stack up 3. 1, 2, 3. The same thing on the other side right here. 1, 2, 3. Add your sideways pillar quartz blocks, just like that. Now this window is gonna be one of those windows that comes back. And what we're gonna do, just take your glass, and this window should be a 3 by 3. So it should look something just like this. Take your glass paint, put it here in the middle, and again, just acts as a separator a little bit. Okay, so we're looking pretty good so far. Let's see. Is there anything else we kind of want to do to the house yet? I think we're good for now. And so now, what we're going to do, you're going to take your gray wool, and you're going to just kind of get rid of all this excess stuff, but you want it to be 1 block in front or beyond this new window here. So again, we're looking really good so far, guys. We're almost done with a lot of this. And how far are we? We're 13 minutes in. So we might call it quits for this part, but in part 2, we will come back to the house, finish up the entire outside. So we'll get done with that. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe, and stay tuned in for part 2, which will be coming out really soon. So bye-bye, guys, and thank you for watching.